You know that feeling when the noise level of the world just hits maximum volume? Life feels messy, the news is bewildering, and you desperately wish there was a hidden manual.
A code, right. Something that explains what's going on and what to do next.
Exactly.
It's that universal human hope, isn't it? The belief that somewhere, whether it's in an ancient scripture or a secret library, there exists the absolute truth.
And if you could just unlock that one door, all the chaos would just click into place.
Yeah.
That longing for a definitive record or a secret is so deep-seated. I mean, it's driven by our primal fear of the void, that discomfort with uncertainty.
And our relentless need for meaning.
Yes.
And we are diving into that dynamic today because this longing, this gravitational pull toward hidden knowledge is a genuine double-edged sword.
Okay.
On one edge, it's magnificent. It gives you inspiration, it offers hope, and it serves as a kind of conceptual map, It shows you a direction out of the darkness.
But the other edge is what trips so many people up.
Yeah.
It's the trap.
The trap.
The trap of constantly chasing secrets. You become addicted to the hunt for the next piece of hidden knowledge, which ironically distracts you from the very real business of living.
Of being grounded in reality right now.
Yeah.
So our deep dive today focuses on records and transmission, and we're going to move far beyond the typical ideas of, say, conspiracy theories or ancient aliens.
Okay, so what's the goal?
The mission is to understand the genuine psychological and cultural power of these narratives and to give you a clear system for being incredibly well-informed while keeping your feet firmly on the ground.
I like that. So let's start by redefining our terms, because when we talk about records, I think you need to abandon that cinematic image of scrolls in a hidden underground temple.
Or classified government documents.
Exactly.
Yep.
We are looking at this through the lens of deep psychology and anthropology.
Right. And in this framework, records are, well, they're simply vessels containing human memory.
Human memory.
Think about the history of our species. We've survived wars, plagues, mass migrations, love, monumental loss. Our ancestors learned these colossal, life-saving lessons.
But without digital storage, how did they pass on that critical data?
They didn't use cloud storage, that's for sure. They converted that data into durable, easily memorized containers.
Which are?
Stories, symbols, and rituals. They embedded wisdom into our deep instincts so it surfaces in our dreams or as sudden, profound insights we can't rationally explain.
So a record is essentially humanity's collective living hard drive.
That's the key distinction. A record might be a hero myth that teaches courage, or the specific patterns woven into a sacred fabric.
Or that chill you feel in a sacred place.
Yes, or that deep inner voice warning you against a specific error. It is the data bank of all successful human experience.
And then there's transmission. It sounds straightforward, like just handing over a USB drive. But how is the transfer actually achieved if the data is so compressed?
Well, transmission is the method of transfer itself. It's the rhythm of a lullaby that establishes safety, or the hands-on way a father teaches a child how to fish.
Or just unconscious cultural patterns.
Exactly. And the essential core being transmitted is rarely some heavenly secret for a chosen few. It is the meaning and the life patterns that enabled our species to survive.
A continuous instruction manual for what worked and what didn't.
That's it.
That's fascinating. But it begs the question, if these records are just collective human memory, why have cultures throughout history, referencing narratives like the Emerald Covenant or other legends, always dressed this transfer up in such mystical, secretive language?
Because the transfer of power and meaning is often too abstract for the rational mind to grasp. So they clothed it in story. Now we look at the myth layer to understand why those protective mechanisms were so necessary. But let's visualize the 5 recurring archetypal images that describe how knowledge is preserved and passed on.
Let's start with the first one.
The first is the protected flame. Knowledge is consistently depicted as hidden or protected. Now, the source material suggests this isn't about being stingy. It's because the knowledge is powerful, like fire.
Or like a nuclear key, to use your analogy. I get the screening maturity part, but this is where I get skeptical. Historically, hasn't protected knowledge been used by an elite priesthoods, monarchies, to control the populace?
Oh, absolutely. That is the social and political corruption of the archetype.
Okay.
But at its core, the symbolic meaning of protection is purely psychological. It's a mechanism for screening maturity.
So if a powerful truth is received by an undeveloped ego,
it often results in manipulation, control, or self-destruction. The hiding symbolizes the internal work required to be ready to handle the truth without letting it inflate your sense of superiority.
That makes sense. The protection is less about a physical lock and more about an internal requirement.
Precisely. Which brings us to image number 2, the symbol as a safe or a zip file.
The zip file.
Yeah. Think of universal symbols. A spiral, a crescent moon, a great flood myth. These symbols are powerful containers. The casual observer just sees a nice pattern or a fun story.
But the person who's done the internal work, who has the key,
They see profound, compressed meaning, an entire philosophy, history, and emotional warning wrapped up in a single image.
it's an information shortcut.
An incredibly durable one. Image 3 is the transmitter. This is the elder, the mentor, the teacher.
And they aren't just delivering the message.
No, they must maintain the frequency of the wisdom. This means they transmit the message not just through words, but critically through their actions.
So a leader who speaks of peace, but acts with cruelty.
Breaks the transmission, the message and the messenger have to be integrated.
Then we have the ceremonial part, the rite of readiness. We see this everywhere, from bowing to a master to the simple requirement for silence.
Yeah.
How does this connect to modern life?
Well, these rites, even in, say, corporate training or therapy, serve as a psychological mode change. They're non-mystical signals.
Signals that tell the subconscious.
Stop the chatter, put the defenses down. We are receiving something significant now. The ancient condition for opening the record isn't a complex password. It's simply mindfulness and stillness.
You have to be present and quiet enough to hear it.
Right. And the 5th image, which you said is the core principle.
The door, not the destination. The scripture, the record, the secret text. It's only ever a map, never the territory.
That is the biggest confusion and the most common trap. Reading the map, receiving the scroll, even shaking hands with the guru.
That doesn't grant you instant enlightenment.
No, that is the moment the work begins.
Wait, so if I read the entire secret scroll and memorize every word, nothing changes unless I actively do the hard part, the walking, the climbing.
Nothing.
How do people confuse those two things so often?
Because reading is easy and acting is hard. The ego loves the idea of passive enlightenment, believing that simply possessing the knowledge is the same as having done the work.
The wisdom is clear. No record can live your life for you. You have to translate the map coordinates into faith steps.
That's it.
That's a fascinating pivot. Let's shift from those ancient mythical images to the modern human brain. Why are we still so powerfully drawn to these narratives today?
Because the human brain, as we discussed, is not designed to remember raw data. We are optimized to remember meaning tied directly to emotion.
Right.
Stories of struggle, love, triumph. These, without a doubt, the best memory hooks humanity ever devised for ensuring that crucial survival rules don't get lost.
So the narrative guarantees the data sticks in a way a history textbook never could.
Exactly. And the power of the symbol, Carl Jung talked about this. Our subconscious mind communicates through images and patterns.
It's an emotional zip file.
It is. Think of the yin yang again.
Yeah.
You see that image and instantly process duality, balance, interdependence without needing to read a 400-page book.
That efficiency is why ancient wisdom, the records, survives better than constantly evolving spoken language.
It has to.
So viewed scientifically, these records are not extraterrestrial messages. They are collective memory.
The shared distilled memory bank of the species, they are the archetypes, these fundamental, reliable patterns of behavior that define who we are and how we should handle suffering.
Okay, give us an example.
Take the flood myth. It appears in almost every culture globally. It is not just a tale about rain, it is the deep record teaching resilience.
Resilience.
It teaches the concept of cleansing to restart when you face a profound life crisis, whether that's job loss, a divorce, or a health crisis. Records are a human survival data bank waiting for us to use them.
To correctly read life in the present moment.
Yes.
This is all incredibly appealing, but that allure is exactly why we need to dedicate serious time to the warning signs.
The safety layer.
Yes. If this knowledge is pursued without deep mindfulness, this secret path leads straight into 3 destructive traps.
Let's go through them. Trap 1, secret chasing. This is the obsession, the constant, endless search for the next secret article, just to feed that feeling of being special.
Because you know what others don't.
Right. Meanwhile, your actual mandatory real-life responsibilities, your job, your health, your relationships are all degrading.
The solution here has to be aggressive. We recommend the rule of 1 action in 24 hours.
Okay, what does that mean?
The moment you feel that surge of inspiration, you must immediately convert that intellectual energy into 1 tangible, grounded action. Sweep the floor, clear your email backlog, call a loved one.
You have to force that energy down into physical reality.
Before the feeling just evaporates.
Right. Trap 2 is confirmation addiction. This is the habit of only listening to sources that perfectly confirm your existing worldview,
And anyone who disagrees is just dismissed as unawakened.
which serves only the ego, the need to be right, not true wisdom.
So you have to self-check your emotional state. Ask yourself sincerely, does listening to this make my heart feel broader and kinder toward people? Or does it make me feel superior and want to win an argument?
And if it's the latter.
The wisdom has been corrupted by the ego.
And finally, trap 3, fear coding. This is the neurological pattern where you interpret every coincidence, every repeating number, every event as a looming threat.
A vast conspiracy targeting you. You become paralyzed by perceived danger.
Because you lose the ability to distinguish between pattern recognition and actual threat.
So if that fear spike occurs, that intense destabilizing paranoia, the solution has to be absolute.
What do?
You must stop consuming all media for 24 hours immediately. Force a return to the body. Breathe deeply, eat deliberately, walk outside. You have to cut the fear cycle before your stability is lost.
To help you navigate all this, we offer the 3-level evidence filter tool. This tool helps you categorize incoming data.
Okay, level 1 is inspiration. You use this information solely to heal the heart and provide emotional direction, like a powerful feeling of go home or don't abandon your path.
But the caveat is crucial.
It is, except it is soul medicine, but understand it is not and may never be verifiable external fact.
Level 2 is model. You use this information only as a lens to observe your own internal behavior. This includes archetypes, the ego, boundaries.
So level 2 is exclusively for self-development and internal understanding.
Right.
And level 3 is claim. This is any assertion about specific facts in the external world, locations, dates, individuals, secret plans.
Things that require you to act or change your behavior based on external circumstances.
Our rule for level 3 is strict. Suspension of judgment. You put the information down immediately. Do not believe it and certainly don't share it until you can check for verifiable evidence.
And if none exists?
You categorize it as a tale for now. Use level 1 and 2 to change yourself. Be cautious with level 3.
Perfect. Now let's take the last few minutes for a guided practical application. The goal here is to change that perceived internal code into action that benefits your actual life right now.
This is the Decode Safely exercise. You can pause this and try it later, but let's walk through the steps.
Okay. Minute 0 to 2. Ground. Stop whatever you're doing. Then a physical grounding moment. We use rhythmic breathing. 4-count inhale, 6-count exhale for 6 full rounds.
And as you breathe,
State this internal affirmation. I don't have to rush to believe. I will use only what is useful for my stability and my growth.
okay. Minute 2 to 4. Choose one signal. Identify one recurring signal in your life right now. Maybe it's a persistent dream, a repeating word you see, or a strong looping feeling. Just one.
And write it down, even if it feels silly.
Yes.
Minute 4 to 6. Translate to meaning. Level 1, 2. Don't ask who sent the signal. Ask what it means for your life. Ask 2 questions. 1, what truth is the signal guiding me back to?
Like, don't be so careless, or it's time to let go.
Right. And 2, what boundary is this signal telling me to establish?
Stop caring what others think, or take care of my physical health.
Exactly.
Minute 6 to 7. One action. This is the crucial step. Convert that meaning into one small, specific action you will complete within the next 24 hours.
So if the meaning was honesty is needed, the action is?
Tell your partner one small truth you've been holding back. If it was, you need better health boundaries, the action is, go to bed before 10 p.m. tonight. That immediate action is true decoding.
It's rescuing your own life in the present. What an empowering way to reframe these enormous concepts.
It really is.
When we use them correctly, records in transmission are not mysterious spiritual artifacts. They are simply the reliable passing down of essential artists, meaning that keeps humanity from getting lost.
So use them as a detailed map, but never forget that you must do the walking yourself. Use them to read your own heart, but never ever to escape reality.
And speaking of maps and lost places, next time we are going to increase the scale significantly.
Yeah, it's right. In our next deep dive, we're going to be looking into the potent myths of Atlantis, Lemuria, and the concept of lost knowledge.
And we won't be planning an archaeological dig.
No, but the provocative question we will explore is this. Why do these legends of Golden Age civilizations appeal to us so strongly?
And how can we extract the lost values embedded in those myths to construct a better future in our actual, tangible daily lives?
I can't wait for that one.
Until then, may you find wisdom and mindfulness in your decoding.